Joining me now, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds and Ned Ryun, American Majority founder and CEO. Now, this is how Republicans in Congress greeted Trump today. Check it out.
It's nice to win. It's always nice to win. You know, we had like historic kind of numbers. The House did very well. I guess you'll be 5 up. Are you looking at 5 or 4? Doesn't matter. We get used to 1 for a little while. When you can get used to 1, you can get used to anything. I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. We worked with a lot of you to get you in, and you helped me, and you helped me too. It's the most important election in 129 years. That's pretty good.
He's in a great mood, Congressman. Things are looking very, very up for the Republican Party, but also for the country. When Trump is in a good mood, I always say happy Trump is best Trump. He was happy today. What was it like there?
He was happy. It was ecstatic. It was really a celebration. A lot of hard work went into this election victory. People weren't sure how it was going to look. The polls were very tight. But if you were on the ground in these battleground states, you knew voters wanted Donald Trump back. So it was a time for celebration, not just with House members, but also the return to the White House. You could tell all the gaslighting from the left simply was not true. He's focused on the American people. It was a great time today.
Now, Ned, the Gaetz nomination, we're going to get to the Hegseth fury. There's some of that building. But the Gaetz nomination takes official Washington fury to a new level. And some conservatives are also criticizing it. I have someone crawling on my floor, by the way, right now. This is live TV. So what do you take away from this right now, where we are on the Attorney General pick? It's a critically important position. And, of course, President Trump was undermined, he believes, by previous picks in that position. So he wanted a loyalist there.
Oh, I think it's a very clear signal from Donald Trump that you will never weaponize the DOJ against the duly elected sitting president of the United States. We're going to have somebody in there who's a loyalist who will fight for Trump inside of the DOJ to make sure that never happens. And I think another part to it, Laura, is the idea of Matt Gaetz being Attorney General. I'm not sure how many of those career DOJ lawyers will be left by January 20th if Gaetz can get confirmed. But it was a very clear signal from Donald Trump with Gaetz's nomination. You will never weaponize the DOJ against me again.
Congressman.
I totally agree. Look, I sent out a message earlier today. Congratulations to the Florida man, Matt Gaetz. But if you want to clean out the Department of Justice, this is who you want. Somebody who's not afraid to open up all the filing cabinets.
Where is it going to lead?
No stone
Where
unturned.
is this going to lead? If he gets confirmed, where could we find the real bureaucratic bodies buried here?
Unfortunately, I think you're going to find a lot of it in the political brass. I think the rank and file, they just want to do their job for them, for the most part. We respect that. But the political brass has been allowed to stay and linger for a long time. I think that's where you're going to find most of your rot. He's going to get to the bottom of that. I have full trust in it.
Ned, can he get confirmed?
I think this is going to be a test of the new Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, and how much he wants to actually play ball with Donald Trump. I hope that all of these Republican senators, many of whom are still in the Senate, who confirmed Merrick Garland, will find it within themselves to actually confirm Donald Trump's choice for Attorney General Matt Gaetz. So if they can confirm Merrick Garland, Laura, they sure as heck had better confirm Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, here's what Senator Thune, speaking of what they're going to be on board with Trump's agenda, had to say about it. Watch.
How do you intend to balance maintaining the independence of the Senate with passing the president-elect's agenda?
We will do the job that the founders intended us to do in the United States Senate and that the American people intend us to do. And that, right now, after this mandate election coming out of the American people, is to work with this president on an agenda that unwinds a lot of the damage of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda.
Well, Congressman, that sounded pretty good. I mean, he sounded like he was on board with the Trump agenda. He said it was a mandate. That's John Thune. He's Mitch McConnell's protege, and I like him a lot personally, but what is that?
Let's get real for a moment. The Senate Republican majority is Donald Trump's Republican majority.
They would not be in the majority were it not for Trump.
He is the reason we have a majority. It is because of Donald Trump. So I fully expect the senators to do their job, look through the law, look through all the people that get put up, but they're going to make sure that Donald Trump's agenda passes because it is the Trump agenda that the American people overwhelmingly want. It is a political mandate. It is not for the senators to decide what will they want to have happen. It's the will of the voters through Donald Trump. That's what needs to happen.
All right, this is going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. Congressman and Ned, thank you both.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.